pássaro que não sabe puxar. Vira, vira de 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 pássaro que não sabe.
wish I had the Cody Rhodes theme song right now, but I don't. Womp womp. Bro, we did it. We're here. We're at the other side of one of the best WrestleManias I think I've ever witnessed. How you feeling tonight, Brendan?
Feeling pretty good, man. Feeling good. Still soaking everything in. I watched all of WrestleMania today. I wasn't able to watch it live. So I've been watching WrestleMania since about 9 in the morning.
Holy shit. that's that's intense. It's a lot of wrestling in one evening or
It's a
one
lot.
day. Well, fuck, good because it's all fresh then. Because we got
Yeah.
to talk about night one first, unfortunately, even though night night two shit all over night one. Even there was some good shit in night one though. I'm not gonna lie. So, hold on, let me move my fucking microphone over here so that I can talk better at the people. So, I'm gonna go over the results. We're not gonna do a full play-by-play fucking review. I didn't write no goddamn notes. We're just reacting from the heart.
Yeah, we can't. There's fucking 12 hours of WrestleMania. We're not. I didn't sit there writing fucking notes.
Ain't no fucking way. And especially, it would have been hard for me to write notes at a barbecue grill because I did both nights. Cooked at PJ's house, then cooked again at mine. Which, by the way, if you missed any of the fucking barbecues, you missed out, man. Those fucking greatest wings to come off of a grill. We had pork belly and burgers and sausages and glizzies. It was a good time. But all right, so night one. Let's talk about night one. We got Sami Zayn finally ending the Third Reich. Well, at least their reign of terror. Um, this one kind of we saw coming, right? I kind of felt like it was you
It's
had
my
to.
only complaint about this WrestleMania. There's a lot of really predictive stuff happening.
Yeah. But the way it goes down's nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's nice to get to get Sammy a WrestleMania moment where he's up. And I have to note having the Nazis title reign end on 666 is fucking hilarious. I don't know if that was a decision made on purpose, but that's fucking hilarious. Like I hope that never no one ever ties that. 666 needs to belong to the Nazi. Where do you think they go from there? Where do you think the Nazi goes next?
Dude, I think he's too good to be in the mid card title range of things. He's kind of elevated past that. So
Yeah.
I'd like to see him more on the main event side of things. He's really good. Promos are hilarious.
Shooting
We'll
for
see
that
how it
world
goes.
title, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, we got Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Che Cargill beat Damage Control. This one was just. I wasn't
Sponsored by
as into
Wingstop.
this. Yeah, it's sponsored by Wingstop, which is kind of in poor taste. that was in poor taste. Why are you gonna do that? But it was a pretty standard. You know, I wasn't as invested as I should have been in this fucking match. I just really wanted to see Jay Cargill come and body people, which I got what I wanted out of that part. Um, do you think that they keep those three girls together? I would think that Jay Gargle is gonna go on a singles run because
Yeah.
she came here to play.
This whole thing felt like we didn't realize Jade Cargill was going to be here. We need to shoehorn her into WrestleMania somehow. And so that's how this happened.
Yeah, I can actually see her going into a little thing against Bianca or Rhea. Um, the control thing is fucking worn out though.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's end of here. It's over. Just break that shit all to hell. Keep the Bukaki Warriors the same, but you know they can split up. But here's the one. Here's the one that I was excited. This is the match that I was the most excited about. Jay beat Jimmy in the brother versus brother Uso versus Uso match in phenomenal fashion. So Jay got his WrestleMania moment. Super lit for that, bro. Now
Yeah,
Jay needs to go on a title run. That's what I'm hoping for next. I'm hoping Jay goes after IC or world title. But it was nice. It was nice to see a little brother versus brother, and then they'll get something else after that. But the brother versus brother, the rekindling of the Bret Hart Owen Hart thing, that was cool. I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with Jimmy now, like at all.
yeah. I don't know because I don't. Well, spoiler alert. I don't think we're gonna be doing much Bloodline stuff here for a little bit. So I
Yeah.
don't know. 'Cause I think old Roman's he needs a vacation.
We had Rey Mysterio beat Rey Mysterio and Andrade beat Santos Escobar and Dominic with some assistance. They had some help from a couple of big white guys in luchador masks that ended up being Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles. so, so when they came out, I was literally like, "Who the fuck are these big fat white people in a Mexican match? Like, what's going on here?" Like,
Yeah, I thought this was sponsored by Agos Frescas. Why is there white people?
oh my god, yeah, I didn't get that shit at all. But I'm glad that to see fucking when they took the mask off, I was like, Jason Kelsey, what? Other people knew right away. I didn't. They were like, "Oh, you can tell from the beard." I didn't know.
You know how many fucking chubby white dudes with beards there are? How the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, dude. Like, come on. Um, interesting, interesting results in that tag team ladder fuck fest that they had.
I
Uh,
think that was my favorite match from night one. I like
it
this
was.
match.
It was.
I hate to admit it, when he did the spinny thing, but they had the ladder with it. It's kind of fucking cool.
yeah.
I'll eat crow on that one. I know I said I didn't want to see it, but that part was
But
kind of cool.
I don't mind seeing it when there's a ladder involved. Um,
I loved the premature celebration from Grayson Waller, and then he gets just fucking slammed through a ladder. That shit was
our
hilarious.
truth pinned somebody in a ladder match.
Yeah, he got tagged in and then pinned someone.
So truth still doesn't know how matches go. Which is going to be interesting because, well, so the tag team titles have been split. One is going to be for SmackDown. It's going for Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, and then the Raw ones are coming home to R Truth and The Miz. So R Truth is a champion, which is going to be interesting because we have a champion that doesn't know how matches work. Yeah, they'll be
Yeah,
alright.
they'll be fine. And then I saw some people on Twitter complain about having to watch an Austin Theory, Grayson Waller title run. And I think it's your fault because you're watching SmackDown. I don't watch
Yep.
SmackDown.
So we got Rhea Ripley uh, retaining the women's championship against Becky Lynch, and the best part of this match, the match itself was like if you were to type in, "Hey, what would a Rhea Ripley and Becky Mitch match look like in ChatGPT?" It was not a very impressive match, but oh my god, but
Roman may be gone, but I'm still here
oh,
representing the bloodline.
jeez.
Well, if you're going to be an authentic tribal chief, it just means, you're going to lose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
3 years from now.
Oh my god, no, it won't take that long, I promise.
Just like
Anyway,
the
so
Patriots, the dynasty has to come to an end soon.
the best part of this Rhea Ripley thing
Was motionless and
was
white.
the was motionless in white, was the entrance to Rhea Ripley being played live by the band Motionless in White in, and I'm totally biased, what I think is the best WrestleMania performance by a musician. Especially given we got Lil Wayne later in the night,
Yeah, what the
and he
fuck, Lil
sucked.
Wayne? That was so bad. And what was this you told us on fucking SmackDown or Raw or one of these fucking shows? You were debuting some new fucking song.
Yeah, what
That
happened
never
to that?
happened.
I'm gonna debut a new version of Millie, and it sucks. um, yeah, no, motionless killed it. Motionless fucking destroyed it. Best I've seen is, I think, second would be Limp Bizkit when they came out. I liked the band. I forget what the name of the band was, but the band that did uh, DX's song. There was a couple good ones, but that was the best. Motionless in White coming out, and they were on the fucking walkway with Rhea, and fucking Chris Motionless is walking down with her. That was sick. All of that was sick. Um, but yeah, so Rhea retained, and then we get the main of, well, this was like the first match of the night, the Rhea Ripley match. But the big one was the biggest the biggest tag team ever at WrestleMania, the biggest tag team match. The Rock and Roman Reigns beating Cody and Seth Rollins in a, okay, so I know it was a great match, but I was expecting more.
Yeah, when you're telling me the greatest tag team match in WrestleMania history, mind you, that was previously, and I still think is WrestleMania 18 TLC
Yeah.
was the best tag team match of all fucking time in WrestleMania history. So this didn't do anything like that at all. It was fun, it was entertaining, but I don't know. Night one was kind of a dud. I mean, not a dud. It was fun, but
It was
clearly
it
they
was
were
a
saving
setup.
everything for night two.
It was a setup. Night one felt like the setup. Like, I get Rock going over, and I didn't see Rock losing at a WrestleMania. That I didn't
No.
think that was gonna happen.
And
But
it was obvious, like they wanted to have this, no holds barred match for night two.
you went all over the place saying that you were gonna give Mama Rhodes a belt, and ended up not giving her a belt. Not only that, but you kept brandishing. What pisses me off is when you say you're gonna leave blood on a belt, but you keep bringing home a new white Mama Rhodes belt every week. Like, bro, just bring the bloody one. I thought there was more. I thought there was going to be more, but I understood it. It was supposed to be the Rock showcase, whatever. Fuck night one. Night one was kind of a dud. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, sorry, but it's okay because night two makes up for it. What was the first match in night? Oh yeah,
Dude, it was weird. I don't understand why they keep opening WrestleManias with title matches. What are we doing?
I don't know either. We had Drew McIntyre come out for against Seth Rollins and beat him. So he was a champion for like
For 3 minutes.
for like 3 minutes. So right off the bat, we get a Damian Priest cash in on Drew McIntyre, who was at the time rubbing everything into CM Punk's face. That was a great cash in, dude. That was a very cathartic. That was well done. Seth Rollins is like, you fucking deserve it, man. Walks away. He gets like 3 minutes to fucking to savor that victory, and then Damian Priest is like, my belts. No.
His whole title run was basically just talking shit to CM Punk and then getting beaten up by CM Punk and then no longer a champion.
Love it. Still not the shortest title reign, but very close. What was the second one? I don't know what the second one is, so I'm trying to not. They didn't put these shits in order. Bailey
Yeah.
won. Bailey won her match against Io Sky, so now she's the new women's champion. That's fucking awesome. Good job. I wasn't really that invested, but good job. Now let's put an end to Damage Control forever. Like, kill that whole thing. Logan Paul retained against Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, and I think everybody in the building knew that was going to happen. So that wasn't the surprise. Like, imagine Logan Paul fucking losing on the Prime logo.
That's what they should have done.
No, it's bad for business to have him lose.
That's
he's
great for
over.
business.
No. Randy Orton's had more titles than Jesus, and Kevin
Does
Owens
nothing
is
for
just
Kevin
at
Owens.
the title. It does nothing for Kevin Owens. So this is to put Logan Paul over and shoot him into the main roster. It's a new era. So they're trying to build more stars and more heels rather than have old talent. You know.
Who was the guy in the bottle suit dropping F-bombs?
That was Speed. Actual Speed. He's another YouTuber.
Jesus Christ. So is that like a thing we keep bringing Logan on to PLEs and then he puts some fucking YouTuber in a bottle and has him run into the match?
It gets the internet community the internet community behind it, because there's a lot of kids, there's a lot of teenagers who support these guys. So
My
they
fucking
see them.
kid hates Logan Paul.
Yeah, of course your kid hates Logan Paul. He's a dick. I asked your kid if he supports any heel wrestlers. He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, name them. He's like, no, I don't even tell my dad that. And I was like, oh, okay.
Stop lying.
Stop lying to me.
He likes Rhea. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know if Rhea's even like a heel anymore, though.
No. I mean, she's supposed to be, but
She's like a anti-hero
yeah.
type deal.
In LA Knight's first WrestleMania match, he beat AJ Styles.
I don't like what they're doing with AJ Styles. He's too much of a jobber now.
There's a lot of things about this match I want to talk about, and none of them have to do with the match. First off, the Slim Jim GTR. Who the fuck wants a Slim Jim car? And then, and they keep showing like the promo picture, and it's like, it's them two like standing off against each other, and whoever like helps AJ with stuff, they should like never use that picture again because his forehead goes like over his eyes, and he looks like a fucking caveman. And this whole thing is just like a sponsor palooza for fucking Slim Jim. And they go over to like the Long Boys. I don't know what that is. But they go over to all these people with Slim Jims and they're like going through the crowd. And if you go back and watch it, one of the dudes whips out a Slim Jim and starts fucking deep throating it.
No. Slim Jim's like, put it all in your mouth. That's not going to cause a lawsuit. Didn't they pull... Never mind. I'm not going to get into that right now. Jesus fuck. Yeah, the match was boring. I didn't like this match. This match I didn't like. I didn't get into it.
I didn't even understand like this whole feud. I'm like, why you guys hate each other? What happened?
This was just to get LA Knight a WrestleMania moment because he's 40 fucking 1 and he's old.
It's another example of an artist that's new to their roster that the crowd's behind, but they want to keep putting over. So,
and LA Knight ain't got a lot of time left.
So yeah, they're really trying to. It's the same thing that happened when AJ got shoved into the spotlight with his feud with John Cena. They're probably going to do the same route. Give him a title, take the title away from him fast. You know, WWE likes to do that. They like to ride coattails, not coattails, but ride waves.
Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits had a street fight with the Final Testament and won. They had fucking Bubba Ray Dudley as special guest referee in the match.
Testify.
And it was at one point they did the was at the corner. I think was D'Angelo was playing the part of Devon for that.
Yes.
And they had they did the fucking Bubba Ray did get the tables. That was a whole great callback. It sucks that the Final Testament's the one that has to take those bumps, but it was a nice callback.
I like the botched table. That was funny. They just laid the guy on the table.
Can we get some better tables in WWE, please?
They're trying to make them soft so like people don't get hurt, but come on.
They look really bad now, though.
Yeah. Like that table botch was bad.
I missed a good opportunity though. They could have finally done the 3D the long way.
The long
You get it.
3D the long way.
Fucking where are we at? No, that's it. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Okay, so we get to talk about the main event.
The only thing I wanted to talk about.
Yep.
The only story I cared about.
Yep. So, what a match. First
so
off,
much that happened.
The Avengers assembled.
This was definitely Endgame WWE edition. Like, the amount of run-ins was nuts. Okay, so let's go. Stop me if I miss anybody, but we had the Usos run in and take each other out. Basically, Jay speared Jimmy off the entrance ramp. John Cena came in. The Rock came in. And Undertaker came in. Undertaker. So no glass shattering. We heard a gong instead.
I want to talk about that. Why was everybody so adamant on the glass shattering when Stone Cold came back 2 WrestleManias ago? What was the
So,
point?
so can I can explain that. It's because that when you're talking about The Rock, the next person that you think of when it comes to who he feuded with the most would be Stone Cold. So everybody was, I guess, I was biting on it too, that Stone Cold is still a part of WWE. It don't take shit to throw him in the ring for a stunner. And that would be the guy that would fuck Rock's world up. But little did we know, Undertaker also had a problem with The Rock back then. And he came and took the Undertaker to the Shadow Realm. Basically. He choke slammed him into oblivion.
Me personally, I think the gong hits better than the breaking of the glass. Like Undertaker
It
is,
does.
it hits better. I thought it was more effective. Plus, I love Stone Cold. I love his whole gimmick, but that man's knees are glass. Um, that man is the match with Kevin Owens. You could see like he could not do much. Like the fact that he even did one more match was outstanding. So I think WWE's approach to this is like we could potentially do a Rock versus Taker return match. That's a possibility and something that they
I
could.
don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it could happen, but it leaves the door open for that. It really does. Because that's something we had. I don't think we've ever seen was the Rock versus Taker at WrestleMania. Is that a thing?
No.
No, I don't think it was.
No, but I think it's way more likely they do Rock versus Cena again.
Yeah, that's more likely. That is way more likely. Rock versus Cena never happened.
Yes, it did. It happened
That's-
twice.
No, oh, true. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking of Stone Cold and Cena. Yeah,
But
you're right. Because The Rock came back a couple of times.
my biggest question here is one of WWE's biggest pools is not champion anymore. So what happens now for the Bloodline?
Oh, Roman's taking a vacation.
I think I might be the weird one to say this, but I think WWE takes a hit from this.
I don't. So I don't. First off, I don't think Roman's going on vacation just straight off rip, because this is what's happened here is very significant. Like the championship is traded hands. The Bloodline failed. The Rock failed. There's going to be Monday night's going to tell us a lot about this, but if I were to be a Sunday night guest estimator, I think Roman and Rock is going to be the next big one.
It's a possibility.
I think what's going to end up happening is Roman is going to blame The Rock for the outcome of the night. I actually think Roman, what would be very interesting, now this is me being a writer and I'm not a writer. What would be interesting to me is if Roman goes batshit from this. He goes absolutely insane and decides, nah, fuck this. It's everybody's fault. And then he just starts picking off his own bloodline, basically eating his own young. And that's how the bloodline dies, is Roman basically kills off his own bloodline. That would be sick. Well,
Brandon, your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I wonder how long the feud between John Cena and his bald spot are gonna last. He kept trying to hide it, and it wasn't going well. His hairline's struggling. Monkey, why
we
don't you
actually
stream on YouTube?
are on YouTube, sir.
We're on YouTube,
We're
Twitter,
on YouTube, Facebook,
Rumble.
Twitter, Rumble.
we're on all the things. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere but nowhere.
Shit, I think there's a Pornhub link in there somewhere.
Yeah. In about a year from now, it's the only place that'll let us stream. So
Yeah, imagine it gets so fucking bad you gotta go to Pornhub to catch UFA.
To catch a UFA since we're banned from every other platform. How'd you guys get banned from OnlyFans? We don't know. We
I
don't
don't know
know.
how it's gonna happen, but I know it'll be my fault. Um, but to actually answer your question, I think I agree somewhat with both of them. I think I didn't mean long-term vacation. I think we don't see Roman for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Take time off, and then I don't know. It's a cliffhanger for sure. I couldn't tell you. I don't know which is a good. I have no fucking clue what they're about to do. A lot of titles changed hands, which usually does not happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Usually it's pretty even.
Well, that's again what. Okay, so to talk about things that are not the matches, I think one thing that I made a mention of when I saw it,
Don't want it.
Stephanie McMahon coming out at night 2.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was big. That was huge. First off, now we have not had a WrestleMania without a McMahon. Okay, Stephanie made sure that that wasn't going to happen. So that streak continues. But secondly, it to me seemed like a passing of the torch. Like, this is no longer the McMahon era. This is the Triple H era.
Yeah, well, yeah, they made it pretty clear to shove that down our throats at least 10 times tonight.
Well, Stephanie coming out and doing that basically solidified it. That was the big. That if it was getting shoved down your throat, Stephanie put a big boot in your mouth to make sure it all went down. Because that's I think that was the point of all that, was just to let you know, hey, we're here. This is happening. This is Triple H's show now. We're behind him. And then, dude, like, everybody gave him props, like, and I think he was legitimate about that. Yo, don't fucking make this about me, and everybody made it about him. I think he was legitimate about that. Something about that about Triple H seemed very authentic. But I'm very excited. Like, if he's writing like this is gonna be a great year. Like, I'm so excited for Monday.
I do have a couple of concerns. I'll start with Damian Priest being champion. There's really no hype behind it. Yeah, he won it through Money in the Bank, but how long do you think it'll really last? As we can see, WWE fans can be very, very fickle. They'll support you 1 second, then 1 second be like, "I'm done with this toy. Let's move on to the next."
Yep.
How long do you guys feel like Damian Priest will be relevant as champion?
Not long.
No. Not long at all. Honestly, I think that's the next belt Gunther goes for.
Feels like when they gave Joel Embiid the MVP. Like, well, someone has to have it. Here, you take it for like a month, and then we're gonna stop talking about you.
Which brings me my next concern. Let's talk about Cody here. We finished the story. Now, most of the hype behind Cody was finishing the story. Once again, we see how fast fans can turn on a star. Cue John Cena, who was excellent on the mic, and fans still got tired of him. How long do we think Cody lasts?
Well,
I think Cody should be a heel. He is a heel.
I agree.
that's what I'm considering, is you give him a year as a face. You let him go. If not a year, a half a year, because I'm not a fan of a year.
You think he's
But-
going to hold on to that title for a year?
I'm honestly not a fan of a year long run. But you give him like maybe a half a year, and
I don't
then
even
you
think he
flip
makes
him,
that.
and then you flip him into the politician that Roman Reigns warned you about, right?
Which he is. He's not like, when you look at what he is, he's not a fucking baby face. He wears way too nice clothes. He has a crazy ass vocabulary that average people don't use. Super flashy, full of himself.
The
Yeah.
thing that I see is he's not relatable. He's not a relatable face.
He's too much for a child.
It's not even too much for a child. It's too much chit chat GBT. It's too generic. I
That
put him in the
too.
I put him in the category of Becky Lynch, and it's just not like there's the umph is not there for Cody
No.
for me. And you know how fans are. If you're not an umph, which like Roman Reigns, you hated him, but like you loved to hate him. You enjoyed it. You hoped night in and night out that he would lose that title. But then he'd find some way to win it, and you'd be like, fuck, who's going to do it? Who's going to dethrone him? With Cody, it's like, okay, you're champ now. Awesome, cool. I get to cheer for you for a couple weeks. Okay, now I'm bored of you.
Right. And
What
then, you know what? But that's gonna be a good thing for this because I would want now, especially heading into the era that we're heading into. I don't want to see that belt on anybody for a year. I want to see
That's
that belt
what I agree.
I want
I
to see
want to
that belt
see.
bounce.
I want to see it bounce. I want to see it go around the roster of people that can get it. We got Randy Orton. We got Kevin Owens. We got LA Knight, AJ Styles. We got a roster with guys that can interchange this belt constantly.
This is a roster that it seems like everybody's over, which we haven't said that about WWE in a while. Like I don't, it's not 100% everybody like the Attitude Era in its peak. I think everybody on that roster was legitimately fucking over. But this is the closest that I've seen it. Like you just named off a few names. I could name off a few more, but there's plenty of people you could throw in that title picture. Like
Yep.
Gunther could actually be a champion. I would be all right with it.
Yep.
For a while. I don't want to see a long
Nah, but you're right though, because like I've been scrolling through my fucking Twitter as we've been on this podcast, and everyone's talking about WrestleMania, and I don't follow a bunch of wrestling shit on Twitter, guys. I'm not a massive wrestling mark. This is all like big NFL people, NBA people, Sports Center, everyone. So it's like, okay,
You know
we're
when
back.
I noticed it was in NFL groups that I was following on Facebook. Like on Facebook, I'm in a bunch of NFL groups. Like my algorithm is towards wrestling too, so I get all the other wrestling posts that people post. But when you're seeing those posts come from like Dolphins fan group or NFL shit talking, and they're talking about Cody Rhodes, I'm like, what the fuck? Like that's when I made a mention. I'm like, damn, bro, wrestling is really over right now.
Dude, even fucking RG3 is live tweeting WrestleMania.
Yes. Jason Kelsey's jumping into rings.
It's a big change for them, and obviously seeing the wave of new champions going in, it's WWE is taking a new direction. And one thing that I noticed has been more progressively happening is that wrestlers are talking during their matches, and it's not generic speech; it's little shit talk. Like we heard a lot of The Rock dropping f bombs today. We heard somebody say "son of a bitch" today in another match. We had Drew McIntyre.
Roman Reigns put on
Roman,
a fucking shit talking show for the ages.
and it's great. I love that. Instead of generic wrestling that I'm seeing, there's personality behind the people that are in the ring now, and it's bringing back that large to life, a little bit of the early '90s mixed with a little bit of Attitude Era. And I'm like, I like the vibe. I like the vibe. I'm enjoying it. It's keeping me invested. Tonight was a whole fucking just surprise here. Like opening with the Money in the Bank cash in was fucking awesome. Smart move on WWE. I disagree with
Brendan
what I
doesn't
said
agree.
earlier with the champion. It brings high heat because you got to realize these pay-per-views, especially WrestleMania, are long. It's hard to keep people's attention for 4 to 5 hours. That's hard to do. You know what I mean? Imagine sitting at a venue for 4 or 5 hours watching people wrestle. It's tough.
I do that. Well, watching people wrestle, I'm glad you ended on that because I was about to say I do that every Sunday for like 6 months out of the year.
Yeah, but like wrestling is different. You really got it because people, everybody knows that wrestling's fake. Besides little kids, we know it's
Yeah.
fake. We get it. We understand that. But I need a story that's going to keep me invested. So for you to take my serotonin at the start of a event and shock me from the start, and then go all the way and shock me again, you got my attention the entire time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah, but there's like different ways they can amp up the crowd though. Like there's certain things that they've done with WrestleMania for the last 10 years I just really disagree with. I disagree with having it in a venue outdoors and starting an event during
disagree with
daytime
that.
hours.
I
It's
do not like
dumb.
outdoor venues.
It's really it's fine. Do outdoor venues, but dude, push the start time back an hour so it can be fucking
Yeah.
dark out. Because
Yeah.
then like the whole nostalgia for me of like watching WrestleMania when I was a kid is like, dude, you opened WrestleMania with like 500,000 tons of pyro. That's what we do. And they can't do it because it's fucking daytime out. And so the other way they get juice from the crowd is opening with a title match, which is like you don't want to blow your like. I think there's other things you can do to get the crowd going other than having your title match as the first match of the night.
I think they did. First off, in its entirety, they've set not just one belt with Cody Rhodes. They've set the championship landscapes for all of these other championships in a really great place. And what's not getting talked about enough is the split of the tag titles.
I love
That's
that.
huge, dude. Because like that was one of those. What this shit was not necessary. Why did we ever do this type shit? And to see two different fucking tag team champions now on different shows, that's gonna be great. I'm not really excited to see an Austin Theory run, but whatever.
That's another one of those I'm like, that's not lasting long.
No. No, I don't think so. As a matter of fact, that's the other thing that
And we also have the draft coming up, so it's like we don't even know this whole they're about to switch it all up. Like
that's true too. Do they do that draft every year?
yep.
I hated the drafts back when they first started that shit.
I love them.
When they first did it back back in the day, bro, I wanted to kill them. When they split the Dudleys and the Hardys, I was pissed. Oh man. Nah, yeah, they can't switch all that up, so we don't even know what these shows are gonna look like. And these shows do need to be switched up. Like SmackDown is weak as fuck. I think honestly Seth Rollins is going to SmackDown.
He should. He's a good TV product guy. I think that's what you're going to start seeing. The more raunchier people are going to be on Monday.
Yep.
The more adult crowd. And Friday is going to be their cute little PG chat GPT promo fucking show.
So where do we think The Rock goes now? What are we doing with The Rock?
I think they just trot the rock out every once in a while. He's gonna he's not gonna be like some main character guy going forward. They're probably gonna do him and Roman. I'd guess for like what would be the really next big PLE, which is probably SummerSlam.
Yeah, what's the next one after this one? Backlash?
Uh,
We
It's
don't
always
do
Backlash.
Backlash, and then Cash at the Castle. I think's after that.
That's if The Rock even comes out of the Shadow Realm, bro.
Yeah, he got fucking yeeted.
Fuck yeeted, bro. He got choke slammed into another dimension, bro. Like I'm not.
When Cody was going around the ring when he first won, The Rock was yelling at Roman Reigns at the sidelines. So that was a peculiar moment.
Yeah.
I'm telling those two are going into it. I think that's going to be the big thing. But I also think I don't know because I know The Rock he's still on board after WrestleMania.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that's
they gave him $30 million. He's not going anywhere.
He hinted at it in the press conference after night one. He was trying to hide it, but he was saying the only reason he wanted to come back was if he was in extended plans, not just one and done. He wanted to do
I think he's
storyline.
going to be a Mr. McMahon, but like a way
Yeah.
better Mr. McMahon.
Oh yeah, he'll do it good because the WWE needs that character, the dickhead boss.
Yep,
You need that
and
character.
it's and it's
Every
eating,
wrestling
bro.
promotion from all time it has had that character. Not even just WWE. Bischoff did it. Fucking Russo did it.
They had fucking
Paul
what
Heyman
do you,
did it.
Yep.
they had Shawn Michaels as a commissioner for a while. That was
The
close.
good thing also about the bloodline is it's not just Roman. You got Solo Sikoa who can actually break out now and be a event stapler himself. You got Jimmy and Jay Uso, which I'm sure their storyline is not done. You got Paul Heyman, who's going to find the next big thing to clamp onto. Um,
That's gonna be interesting.
I
Yeah,
think I agree with Brennan though. I think Roman takes a break because as much as people were like, "Oh, Roman's a part timer," no, he was not part timing.
He
You
was
didn't
sick.
see him on TV, but he was still flying with WWE wherever they went because he's got to do promo.
yeah.
And it was a weird situation because he was just like getting off a treatment from fucking leukemia
Exactly.
when
That's
So
they
got to be tough.
dude, yeah.
you could see it in his
Wrestling
beard, man.
after a chemo
The guy's working like hard, like between therapy and fucking. He does oral therapy. He said it in his post conference yesterday night. But I think he's gonna take a break for a little bit, and he deserves it, man. For carrying a company for so long, you deserve a break.
So then, if he goes on a break, The Rock's gonna be fucking with people for a while.
I think he'll be on a similar schedule to what you saw with Vince. Maybe not so heavily involved in storyline like every week, but as far as like how much Vince wrestled, because Vince would wrestle like well when he was still younger, he'd wrestle
Yeah.
like 2 or 3 times a year.
Correct.
E- Even then, he would still be on screen, which is what
Yeah,
I think. What I'm wanting. I don't want Rock in the ring as much as I want Rock on a microphone.
To be honest, he looked great.
He
Um,
did.
he looked in tip top form, and I give him credit, man, to be that old, still looking that good, and still being. He did. I think it was 40 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
and he didn't do a light load either. It was,
No, he didn't.
he
He was
wrestled.
working.
He wrestled. He fucking. I liked. I think what was a really nice touch was telling the referee to not count.
If you don't,
That's
you,
how to fire you.
I'll fire you. That was outstanding.
I don't fuck around. I'll fire you. That's what I mean. I think that's like kind of what I'm taking that as a confirmation that that's how The Rock's gonna be. He's gonna be a Vince McMahon or a Mr. McMahon character and fucking come out and fucking ruin people's day on a microphone. I don't think Cody's title run is gonna
And
be.
that's so awesome to pass that torch on. Like I don't want to say pass the torch because I know Vince McMahon is a bad word around here now, but seeing Vince and what he did with the company and seeing The Rock buy his stake in and him taking that role that Vince had is just like who else would do that better than The Rock?
Triple H.
He can never wrestle again. We know this.
No, not wrestle, but be a Vince McMahon.
Yeah, but it's not the same if you're not wrestling.
That's what I was hoping for back when Triple H like put the gloves in. Was I thought he was gonna be active in storylines through his character, but granted, he's doing a great job what he's doing right now. I'm
Yeah,
not
he's fine
complaining.
where he's at.
I'm not fucking complaining.
I don't want to see that guy die in a ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It should
but
be The Rock though. I because watching the product before and after, The Rock and his writers came back in the WWE. It's a drastic difference. I'm sorry, I'm not interested in 20-minute fucking matches. I'll watch AEW if I want that shit. I want to be entertained.
Exactly.
And
That's the point
it's
WWE needs to do right now is entertain.
it's not even. It wasn't even. It was fast, dude. It was not slow at all. The Rock is here immediately. Wrestling is awesome. Like
Yeah, like
that.
overnight, literally.
Well, the thing from what he said during his press conference that he went through a 12 week training regimen for WrestleMania, and he made sure that he was training at all times. That he brought the best wrestlers in to get him up to speed, and he said that he was obviously he's done it before, so it was quick for him. But he said he wanted to put the most effort into this and focus on this now. So I'm very impressed on that and how fast.
Well, I mean, just that, not even him in the ring. Just in general, his presence in the company, just The Rock is here. Wrestling is cool next week. That is The Rock. We announced that The Rock joined TKO board. That next Raw was amazing, and then it's just been a ride from there. Like, there was no cool down period from fucking Rock joining that board and wrestling getting cool. It was immediate.
Oh, the best
I've
part is
never
too.
seen
You
a
already
champion.
know some fucking shit's happening tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Monday Night Raw is gonna be lit.
I've never been so fucking excited for a Raw. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna bowl.
I wouldn't bowl.
Yeah, literally. I'd tell my boys like, "Hey, I gotta miss this one."
If it wasn't a position round, I could, but we can't use subs on a position round.
Fake an injury.
Yeah, I could do that.
I pulled a hit me at WrestleMania.
You should have, Brendan. You should have seen my fucking carport when this match was going on, dude.
I saw the video you put in the group chat.
Dude, that wasn't even justice. Like, these guys, I was basically watching the match in a crowd. Like, these guys were jumping up and fucking down. My kids screaming at the goddamn TV the entire match. Everybody was lit when Undertaker came out. My whole house popped.
Dude, I popped alone watching that. I literally screamed. I'm in my room alone.
I was like, "Oh shit!"
John Cena's music hating was just like, "Whoa."
You know, that was such an old people moment for me because I'm like, I thought they were gonna bring back legends, and I'm like, wait, oh shit, I'm old. John Cena is old.
Then you heard the gong and you were like, "Holy shit!" The gong did it for me. I think the whole entire patio got up at that point, Monkey. Like
Yeah,
that.
no, dude, when the gong hit, no one was sitting, bro. Like, John Cena kept coming out, we popped for, but the Undertaker gong was like peak. That was screaming.
WWE.
We got two new memes out of it. There's a really good meme of The Rock standing there with the Undertaker behind his shoulder. That's a great meme.
The reincarnation of the AJ Styles meme.
Yup. And then there's also our new group chat photo, which is the Rock's face as he gets choke slammed into the next dimension.
Bro. How do you... I just need to know what kind of how am I just seeing this choke slam now for the first time? So you mean to tell me Undertaker has always had the ability to just choke slam someone to non-existence and I'm not aware? Like, what the fuck? How come he never pulled that before?
That's old school, real old school Undertaker. He did that, and then because when he got older, he did the tombstone. And then when he got old, he started doing submissions and shit. That was a weird era for the Undertaker.
Don't forget the last ride. That was his.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, oh my god. I just
But
saw
Taker ain't putting nobody on no last ride anymore because that man,
No.
nobody left there.
And the
just saw-
chokeslam's pretty easy to pull off. You just got to have the other guy jump. Oh shit! Fuck.
Bro, I don't know
Well,
how he signed up for that for creative, dude. But damn.
he probably thought it was hilarious.
It's he's a man of internet culture. He did it for the meme.
Yeah, he did.
I
Yeah, he
respect
did.
him for doing that, dude. Because that, in my opinion, can soil the shit out of your character.
I mean, if it was anybody else, it probably wouldn't work. But Drew McIntyre's got a great sense of humor.
And I'm curious how quick they're gonna get into this feud with him and CM Punk. I think CM Punk was healed up a little bit ago, and they've been kind of faking it. And then he did his thing tonight. But I don't know.
Which leaves the door open for that Backlash to have a really stellar card. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching a lot of old events lately, especially the year 2001, 2002, and I noticed the Backlash cards have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that's really a sleeper pay-per-view. A lot of people don't pay attention that usually the WrestleMania hangover is like, I'm good on my wrestling fix. But I wouldn't sleep on Backlash this year. I think it's going to be a really stellar fucking card.
Well, we don't sleep on. It's not our job anymore. We don't sleep on what do you call it? On any WrestleMania or on any wrestling events now. We definitely watching Backlash.
Oh yeah.
But I remember even back then, you're right. Backlash was always the shit. That was always a really good event.
It's because it's just literally the rematch from Wrestle. Usually the losers from WrestleMania get their rematches, and WWE really usually makes it like a really stellar like event, like a Hell in a Cell or 2 out of 3 falls or something crazy like that.
I wonder if The Rock's gonna come out the shadow dimension tomorrow. That would be fun.
Speaking of run-ins tonight, I have a run-in of my own.
Yo,
What's good?
how's everybody doing?
Look at this motherfucker. Where were you today?
I was at work till 10 p.m. Then I got out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, working a lot.
How you been, buddy?
I've been well. How was the party?
Lit.
Lit. Pissed on
Lit, sir. Lit, sir. We had a lot of foods. We had a lot of food. This was very well stocked. Yo, tell just take that belt from PJ.
Just take that belt from PJ. Why? You think I'm gonna win this upcoming season?
Just take it from him.
No, Monkey was telling me he already scratched it.
What's up?
Yeah, he's
Monkey
already
was telling me
scratched it, bro.
PJ already scratched the belt up. It's all fucked up already.
I'm
He's already-
hanging out with her right now.
Nah, dude, that's not the belt.
I don't see no scratches.
That's that fake ass belt.
It's over there.
Oh, it's a different belt. This
Yeah,
is the belt.
Burke's finally seeing the belt for the first time.
Yeah. What? What?
Yeah, bro. Like, pick that bitch up. It's got some weight to it.
What? That's
Now,
crazy.
now tell him to put it somewhere nice.
Yeah,
Because I don't want it. I don't want it fucked up. Yeah, see?
Does it not? He's
I
at
did this. I
next year.
did the same shit. I took a couple pictures of me with the belt.
PJ says you got to put some effort in. What? This is motivation.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you.
And I rub it in their faces every day.
This is motivation. Yes,
Look
yes.
at that.
My dog,
Look at-
Jason Kelsey. Yes.
Talk about cameo of cameos, Jason Kelsey, bro.
Crazy. That was pretty wild.
You get updated with the
Also, Brendan, that full circle moment.
No, I don't know who won first
Did
night
you
either.
did you see the end of
Whole thing.
the match? Like that whole little shit they did at the end of the match with Cody Rhodes.
Oh, the circle jerk?
Yeah, the circle jerk, basically.
It's crazy.
The crazy calling Triple H out and having that full circle moment after he fucking was killing the throne on fucking AEW, that was wild.
Yeah. I just know there's like some weird Tony Khan tweets at 4 in the morning coming tonight.
Gentlemen,
Oh, he's got to be pissed.
out of here. It was
All right, Bert.
all of you. Thank you for having me.
Peace.
You telling people to take the belt from me, Monkey? You can't win it
Yeah,
with me.
bro.
No, it's
Yeah.
okay. You're going to put it in a nice box for me, ship it up here, and it's never coming back to Florida.
That's what everybody's been saying. But guess what? I got about a cool 9 more months holding on to it, rubbing it in. You know what? I'm going to fly up to you and rub it in your face.
Oh my god.
Because you're the only one who's been ducking me.
I'm right here.
Bro,
Always
he
been right
come-
here.
He came to my house today with Vivian
Did he bring the belt?
carrying the belt
My wise woman carried it behind me.
and playing Roman Reigns' entrance music in the
It was
fucking
actually pretty great.
speakerphone.
I'm sorry that you didn't see it, Brent.
It was so great that Monkey's kid answered the door and immediately closed it and locked me out.
He's like, yo, I ain't got time for this shit today.
Anytime someone's like, "Where's the belt?" I'm like, "Okay, hold on. Cue music."
Yeah, Cody was like, "What belt you talking about?" I was like, "Wise woman, go grab it."
Oh no.
Oh man, it was great.
I was like, Cody, why'd you ask, you fuck?
Yo, Monkey's kid hates me. I swear to God. I'm like the Antichrist.
PJ's the biggest heel in this house.
Oh man.
I'm telling I don't know who, if I win that belt, I don't know who's gonna be happier, him or me.
Yeah, literally.
I feel like he's gonna sleep with it and have it more often than you are, Monkey.
He's gonna be my wise man. I'm gonna let him carry the belt.
Yeah, you better hope you get your hands on it before I do, because once I get my hands on it, you ain't never, literally, that belt's gone. It's going in a fucking river. Off a bridge.
Oh,
All right,
well, I was gonna take the Stone Cold route too, but then I thought about it. Like, I could do the DX route, and I can have a little hornswoggle
Oh God.
holding my belt.
Oh my God.
I'm having a mixture of moments. I'm going to have a Stone Cold moment where I show up to Florida to pick up my belt, then proceed to go to the Flagler Bridge and throw that bitch off the bridge. And then I'm going to fly back to
You're
Kansas.
fucking replacing it, right?
He
That
would do that
shit's
too.
not
He
cheap.
would do that too. Like, yeet it, spend 200, get a spinner one just to be spiteful.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
God, that
Fucking spinner belt.
You came back
Spinner,
with a spinner
spinner UFA belt.
so fucking pissed. Fucking ugly ass spinner belt.
I'ma fucking get the belt and make it a flaming skull belt. Nah, I want the fucking hardcore title belt.
You're just going to ruin it.
Just ruin the belt. I'll just give it to my kid for 2 days. It'll come back all
School.
fucking. Yeah, that too. Yeah, take it to school. Nah, bro. Nah, I can't let him take it to school. They'll fucking call it a weapon. I see
It
what
is.
they do to fucking people with these things on wrestling. You're not gonna beat the shit out of somebody's head with this 8-pound belt.
We forgot one major player.
Who?
What happens to Seth Rollins?
I think he's going to SmackDown.
I don't know. A fucking terrible weekend. He just lost everything and got the shit kicked out of him.
Him and his mom.
Actually, probably is going to heal from.
He was limping too.
Like, he probably actually.
You know
After
what?
running.
Vivi's not wrong.
Uh-huh.
I think Seth Rollins goes back to being a heel. I think, like, consider storyline wise what he's done. He sacrificed his title to go and get this shit beat out of him for 2 days for Cody's title win.
His whole run in tonight was just him getting beat up.
Yeah, and that's what I said. He put on the Shield garb to be a sacrificial lamb, bro. Like, he came out to the Shield. That was like a great. We all popped for that too. Like, oh, Shield music. Where it is, Shield Seth Rollins. Shield Seth Rollins eats a literal fucking chair that he brought in.
I thought that was a cool ending to that match, though, because Roman basically fucked himself. He had the choice to hit Cody or hit Seth and be petty, and he chose to be petty, and it cost him everything.
Which Seth is going to take credit for. I think the next feud might actually, you know what? It might actually be Seth and Cody.
The Seth Rollins household did not have a good WrestleMania at all.
No.
Imagine being that kid, bro, in that house. I'm not listening to my parents all month. Why don't you do the dishes? Why don't you beat Rhea Ripley? Get the fuck
Why
out
don't
of
you
here.
guys win titles again? How about that?
Why don't you clean your room? Why don't you fucking beat Roman Reigns or The Rock? God, dude.
Kid starts wearing a mommy's always on top shirt.
I want to see mommy on TV. I hate you. Oh, God.
I have a new mommy now. Oh, my God.
Her name is Rhea, and my new dad is Dom.
My new dad is Dom.
So now, who's taking Rhea Ripley's belt?
Jade Cargill.
Are you sure you have Jade Cargill?
Either her or they're making a really solid push on Tiffany right now.
Yep.
Or, which
I
I
think it's Tiffy time.
Which I think they're probably going to continue because WWE loves doing this in the women division. I think Charlotte comes back.
That's a good one. But I feel like that's going around and around, and I don't think in the Triple H era they're going to be doing much of that. But I don't know. I can't throw that out either. But I don't think. Honestly, I think Tiffy time. I think that'll be the next time Rhea loses is when they feel Tiffany Stratton is done on her Goldberg run and believable enough to beat Rhea Ripley. Because she's on a little Goldberg run. She's like undefeated, I think. Except for the Elimination Chamber. I don't know. I don't see Jade Gargle in that mix yet. I think they're going to have Jade fucking run a gauntlet first.
Jade will run a gauntlet to find a new contender. And I think she'll come out on top. Because they're really going to push Jade. Because Jade was an unstoppable force on AEW. They're not going to put her as a mid-card.
Jade was a very blown up acquisition too. Like they took their time debuting her.
Well, what I was reading is that she still didn't really know much about wrestling, which says a lot about AEW. They had to train her.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, no, it don't. Well, yeah, it kind of does. Everybody that's at AEW is either fucking old or just starting wrestling. There's no in between there.
I compare AEW to WCW in 1997,
They are. They are.
Yeah.
1996.
It's the not good part of WCW.
You can have
Yeah.
all the big names you want, but if you're not having proper storytelling or training, you're gonna fall flat.
Oh yeah, there's no storytelling. It's just like here's two random people. They're gonna have a match for the next 30 fucking
Their
minutes for some
best,
reason.
their best storytelling is Edge and Christian.
Yep, and then that's gonna be done in like 6 months because they're both gonna retire.
Yeah, because they're getting up there.
Yeah.
They're getting up there. Fuck, but yeah, that's their that's the only story that's ever compelling in AEW is when Edge and Christian are doing shit. I don't think Sting's build up to his retirement match was all that great.
But
It was just, hey, Sting's retiring. Make sure to watch this next pay-per-view, or you'll never see him again. Sell tickets. I don't like hating on AEW too much, but
I
they're
do.
not- they're not the same product, bro.
I love the little group. The funny thing is, my Facebook feed is hilarious. I don't join a lot of groups, but I get a lot of like opinions from groups. And there's this one that's AEW versus WWE. And I saw this hilarious post yesterday where somebody was like, AEW pulls more numbers than WWE. And it showed their event fucking, what is it, AEW Total Collision or whatever?
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, they have 81,500 people at their event. WWE only had 71,000. And then someone was like, well, call us when AEW has a 2-day event versus WrestleMania.
Yo.
Call us when AEW doesn't have to pay to be on television.
Literally.
Fucking. They sell out football stadiums, man.
And I don't think AEW is like that bad of a product. Like I see some of the matches, I'm like, okay, like
If you like wrestling, like if you're like a super wrestling fan and you're only interested in watching like cool shit in the ring, it's awesome.
exactly.
But there's no storyline in it to keep you hooked. There's AEW is matches with no heat.
Yeah.
The only one guy they have that I'm like, that guy's a star is fucking MJF. And I'm not sure how much longer he'll be there, but I'm praying he goes to WWE.
He won't.
I don't no, he's not on their roster, apparently.
MJF, I think MJF is a free agent right now, but he'll go back to AEW. It's going to be very hard for MJF to go to WWE because MJF knows what will happen in WWE. He's not going to be
The guy immediately.
Yeah, he's gonna have to run the gauntlet, build himself back up, and he's that dude. Why would he do that? He's the king in AEW. Like, it's not a big castle, but it's his castle. I don't see him leaving his castle to go build up in another person's castle. I think MJF won't be in AEW until MJF is at the back end of his career, or in WWE.
Makes sense.
And to be honest with you, with the amount of money that Tony Khan has, he's not going to allow that. Tony Khan is going to throw the entire checkbook at MJF to make sure he stays.
One thing that stood out to me was what Triple H said, man, and it's so true. I think it was a pre-wrestling or WrestleMania party or something like that, or interview. But he says a lot of guys come in and you get off, or you finish your training, you're complete, and you decide you want to go to a brand where you don't work as much and you get paid more, and you don't have to show up every day, or you don't have to work as hard. Like, why would I want you here? You know what I mean? Like, you never know when your number's going to get called in the WWE, and it just means that you're not going to be a workhorse here. You're not going to put the time and effort in.
He said that on Pat McAfee.
And that resonates with me. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these guys, and a good example of those guys was Diesel and Razor Ramon, why they went to WCW. You can be short-lived and ride your little train at another brand, but are you really going to be remembered on AEW? No. You're going to be remembered on WWE. Like,
although Kevin Nash and Scott Hall broke that, because they are very remembered for what they did.
well, they were remembered for their runs on W. Like, I remember Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels, and then Diesel going against Triple H.
Diesel, as a matter of fact, is statistically the worst pulling champion.
Exactly.
On the books. But they went to WCW and revived.
Am I gonna go watch AEW matches on fucking Peacock and be like, "Wow, that was great history"? No, I'm not. I'm gonna fucking watch WWE dominate.
No,
You know what
I
mean?
catch AEW on highlights on YouTube, basically, and I only watch it. The only thing that interests me in AEW is the Edge and Christian thing.
Yeah, literally, that's the only thing that interests me. I was interested in Orange Cassidy for a while, but then his gimmick got stale to me.
It's interesting.
I liked House of Black for a little while, but they're stale.
They underutilized him too. That's another character that I'm so upset WWE let go. Aleister Black, I thought could have been another.
Knows a free agent off AEW right now. Matt Hardy.
Nah.
Your shirt says how you feel.
I love him, but nah. Mommy. Nah. Even then, I don't even think Jeff Hardy's that good in the ring.
I have another run in. I'm sorry that just keep running in during our match.
Oh, what up, Renzo? Oh, look at that. The blood shirt. I have mine.
That's all you get for your run in. That was a quick Jey Uso.
A quick Jey Uso.
But I enjoyed WrestleMania. It was good. It was a vibe.
I'm excited for the product.
I am. We're gonna see where they go. The next path. The next step.
All right, guys. So Tuesday. Can't wait for tomorrow.
I know.
All right, guys. Wanted to hear.
Monkey, try to set up a room if you can, because I have no watching WWE or like the streams you guys send me. They don't work.
Okay.
Or I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know.
A room for WWE Raw.
Yeah.
I got you. I'll send it to you.
All right. Have a good night,
dude.
Thanks for hosting, Monkey. I appreciate it.
No problem, bro. Later, guys.
Later.
Peace out.
Peace.
To the Tribal Chief.
Fuck the Tribal Chief. Fuck that. We don't acknowledge Tribal Chiefs no more. That reign has ended. It is a new era. All right, y'all. Tuesday. See y'all.